Most apologies fail for a simple reason. They try to end the discomfort before they repair the damage. Someone says, "I'm sorry," the other person says, "It's okay," and somehow the room still feels unfinished. First, we will look at why the word sorry can be sincere and still not feel like enough. Then we will break a complete apology into 5 parts you can actually remember in a hard conversation. And finally, we will talk about how to follow through, because the apology is the doorway, not the whole repair. Picture someone who was forgotten on an important day. The apology arrives quickly. "I'm sorry. I was busy." It may be true. It may even be heartfelt. But the hurt person is still left carrying questions. Did you understand why it mattered? Did you notice what it cost me? Will this happen again? Under most hurt is not only pain. There is a trust question. When someone says, "Your apology doesn't feel complete," they may not be asking for more guilt. They may be asking for evidence that their experience has entered your understanding. This is why defensive apologies feel so thin. "I'm sorry, but I didn't mean it." "I'm sorry you felt that way." "I'm sorry, can we move on?" Those sentences try to reduce the consequences before they have acknowledged them. A complete apology is not self-punishment. It is not begging. It is not saying you are a terrible person. It is the act of making the damage visible, taking responsibility for your part, and offering the other person a safer future with you. If this is useful, save it for the next hard conversation, and share it with someone who cares about repairing well, not just moving on quickly. The first part is naming what happened without shrinking it. Not, "Sorry for everything." Say the thing. "I interrupted you in front of everyone. I dismissed your concern. I promised I would call and I didn't." Specific words tell the other person you are not hiding behind fog. The second part is ownership. This means removing the little escape hatches. You can explain context later if it truly helps, but the apology itself should not depend on excuses. "I was tired" may be context. "I was tired so you shouldn't be upset" is avoidance. The third part is impact. This is where many apologies finally start to feel real. "That probably made you feel alone. That put extra pressure on you. That made it harder to trust what I say." You are not telling them what they must feel. You are showing that you are trying to understand the weight they carried. The fourth part is repair. Ask, "What would help now?" Or offer something concrete. Replace what was lost, if that is possible. Rebalance the work, if you created extra work. Correct the record if you embarrassed someone publicly. A good apology does not leave all the cleanup with the person who was hurt. A complete apology gives the other person room to respond honestly. If you apologize and immediately need them to comfort you, the repair flips direction. The person who was hurt now has to manage your guilt. A stronger sentence is, "I understand if you need time with this." Sometimes the first apology is incomplete because you do not yet understand the full impact. So listen for the part you missed. Maybe the issue was not only that you were late, it was that they planned around you again. Maybe it was not only the joke, it was that it touched an old insecurity you already knew about. You do not need perfect language. In fact, overly polished apologies can feel strange if they sound like a statement drafted for approval. Simple is better. "I see what I did. I get why it hurt. I am sorry. I want to make it right. Here is what I will do differently." The final test is what happens after the conversation. If the same hurt repeats, the apology starts to sound like a reset button. If the behavior changes, even slowly, the apology becomes part of a new record. That is when people begin to feel, not just hear, the repair. So the complete apology is simple, but not always easy. Name what happened. Own your part. Recognize the impact. Make amends, and change the pattern. The goal is not to win forgiveness on the goal is to become trustworthy with the hurt you helped create. If you want more relationship tools that are practical without being cold, subscribe for the next video. We will keep turning difficult moments into conversations people can actually have. A real apology does not erase the hurt. It shows the hurt was seen, taken seriously, and given a better future to live in.